So as far as expectations for our guys and our team is that we talk about this almost daily, and we talk about this definitely at the beginning of each year. And going back to our team motto is Tiger mentality. A lot of that, or almost all of it, is rooted from Kobe Bryant and what he's done with Mamba mentality. But it's hanging up in our team locker room, and it's something that we strive for every day, and that means being a good teammate. It means getting good grades. It means striving to be the best tennis player we can be. So on a daily basis, I expect our guys to work towards that and to be accountable and also have a lot of fun. Okay, this should be a lot of fun. And I find that the guys that reach their full potential do really well in academics, athletics, and having a lot of fun doing all three phases. So I'm really excited. I hope that we send our seniors out with the best year that they've had so far, which would be to win a conference championship. So our team, we have 8 guys and 5 of them are seniors, and it's a really interesting group this year just in terms of that dynamic and the way that the number of underclassmen versus upperclassmen. Starting with Mike and Matt, those two have been staples in our lineup for the last 4 years. They've done some really good things in the past. I really like what they bring as far as energy to the tennis court. It's not easy playing at the top of the lineup. You know that you're going to get the other team's best players each match, and that those guys need to be ready to go and be competitive at those spots, and not only competitive but have success. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they do. And again, it all starts at practice, and those guys being some of the 2 top guys on our team, those guys are the ones that are going to be leading by example. So those guys need to show everybody else that they still want to improve and get better, and I have no doubt they're going to do that. I'll start off with Clark. Clark, when I think of Clark, I think of a guy that just through and through loves Hampden-Sydney College. When I think of a guy that has a lot of passion for Tiger tennis, he's really one of the guys that I think of first. He loves everything about the tennis team and what college tennis has to offer. And you can see that when he plays, is that he has a ton of passion for competing, he has a ton of passion for wanting his teammates to do well, and he has a ton of energy when it comes to playing matches. So I expect him to be almost like our Energizer Bunny when we need it. So, yeah. Grayson's one of those guys where he comes in every single day, whether it's doesn't matter for in season or out of season, getting guys to go do lifts or hitting balls. He's a guy that just shows up every day, and he puts in really quality effort and work on the court. He's almost one of those guys where he's like Captain America, where he just does everything right. So he's just one of those guys that's been really a pleasure to work with, and I'm excited to see how his senior season unfolds. Xander to me is a really special player on the team. He's been here on campus for 3 years, and he's a senior. He transferred in here after his freshman year, and this past fall, I believe, was his first time getting a singles win. And he has the chance or the potential to get a lot more playing time this spring, and I'm really excited for him. I think he's done a really good job of, throughout the last 2 years, of not getting a lot of playing time, but continuing to come every day to practice, wanting to get better in hopes of one day having an opportunity to play. And I think that this year he's going to get a lot of playing time. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the work he's done in the past is going to help him now, because we're going to need him. Yeah, Andrew is going to. Andrew's a junior for us, and he has gotten some match experience the last 2 years, and I see that he's going to have a much bigger role this spring season. Really excited for him again. I think that he's one of those guys that our team feeds off of in terms of energy. I think when the other guys see Andrew doing well, that they get pretty jacked about it. Our 2 freshmen, Chuck and Patrick, both guys are freshmen for us, but at the same time, I expect that they will not. I don't believe in age and experience when it comes to tennis in the terms. I believe that they can bring a lot to the table their freshman year, and I expect that every day, since it's their freshman year, that they're gonna be really excited to go, and that they're gonna come each day ready to make small changes in their game to hopefully improve, so that by the time that they're playing in matches, that they'll be ready to go. And I'm hoping that they'll get some playing time and some matches this spring, so that way they can see what they are good at and what they need to improve going forward. So I'm excited for them to get their first taste of college tennis. As far as the schedule, our first day of practice is tomorrow, February 4th, and we're competing in a week and a half against two really strong teams, Belmont and Longwood. I'm expecting our guys to be ready to go for that weekend in terms of competing with heart, competing with the attitude of having success, and also once those matches are done, those are really strong teams to look at what we need to get better at, because it's a quick turnaround. The next weekend we have a strong, I think they're regionally ranked, a D3 program, so we're going to take away hopefully positives and things we need to work on from Belmont, Abbey, and Longwood, and take it into that first weekend of D3 competition against Averett. So, and then in terms of spring break, I really like our schedule on spring break. One of the highlights of the spring break trip is that we're playing Wabash College, which is also the other all-male institution in Division III, and I actually have a chance to play against my former assistant coach back when we were at Whitewater, Daniel Bickett. So personally, I'm looking forward to that match. But as far as a team, if I remember right, we're playing Case Western, which is a nationally ranked team. I believe they're in the top 15, top 20, maybe top 15, I think. And so it gives our guys a chance to see what the best teams in the country look like and how we match up, and hopefully we can take away some positives and things that other teams do really well down there, and then we can incorporate that into our own game. As well as the other teams, I think that there's some matchups that are going to be really close with, and those matches that we're really close with, those are always the most exciting because you don't know who's going to win and who's going to lose. It could be coming down to the 9th match, and it could be 4-4, and we're hoping to have a couple of those and to have some success in some of those, because I think those are the matches where we ultimately get a lot better, is when we face a lot of adversity and we don't know who's going to win